What is going on, guys? This is Ben here, bringing another Brawl Stars video. So the other day, the Brawl Stars developer team didn't ask me anything on Reddit, and they answered a lot of cool questions about the future of Brawl Stars, the next Brawl Star update, and just other cool concepts and things going on in Brawl Stars as well. So a lot of cool things that we can learn from this. Maybe the future of Brawl Stars, the next up, we had some update hints as well, some news about Carl when he's releasing. So I'm excited for this. Definitely leave a like if you guys are, and I kind of want this to be like a discussion video. So if there's some things that you wanted them to talk about, or maybe some questions that you wanted to be answered that you didn't get them, let us know down below, or maybe some things that you would love to see in Brawl Stars over the future. So hopefully you guys are excited. Definitely leave a like if you guys want to see some more videos like this. I'm just gonna have gameplay on in the background while we discuss all this stuff, because it's a lot to get through, but let's get into this. So the first question that was asked: will Tara ever get a remodel? And they didn't just answer, will Tara, or Tara, however you want to call her, will she get a remodel? They answered with, yes, the following brawlers still require polish / reworks. In no specific order, but yes, Bo is a high priority too. So the highest priority, I think, is Bo, because they have said that in the past. So we can expect a Bo change. He has his voice acting now. He obviously just looks like the lowest polished brawler for sure, so it makes sense why he's on the top of their list. Then it's Crow. I honestly am surprised by that. I didn't know that they would be like they've been wanting to rework Crow, because he has like a 3D render of himself. He has one of the coolest skins in the game. So interesting. I wouldn't be opposed from it. Maybe from like maybe if they rework his kit a little as well, where he doesn't do all like an overtime damage with his poison. Maybe he does more damage up front to maybe give him a little bit more buff. But they also want to change the base of Daryl, which I thought it was looking pretty good, but we have seen some amazing like concept arts from him by like other people that are just fans of the game. So maybe they got some cool ideas for that. But and then another one is Primo. Maybe they make him look like more like Nacho Libre. I don't know. Pam they want to change as well, which is interesting, because I don't know how they would want to polish her, because they just changed a lot of her effects in game. But maybe it's just some slight tweaking there. Piper they want to polish or rework as well, and then Tara as well. So not any specific order, except for I think Bo is on the top. So those are the brawlers that we might see in the future. And then they also said Frank, Jesse, and Penny also will see minor improvements. So whether that just be like attack animations, their skins, or anything else like that, but the list is slowly shrinking. So it seems like every few updates we're gonna get, or every update we're gonna get a few brawlers that have some like changes to their design, their animations, or whatever, which is cool. Next question: will Carl be launched in the middle of the month, the same as Jean? So Jean, I think, released like really in the middle. I think it was like, I don't remember the exact date, I could look, but I think it was like the 15th or whatever. So they said a bit later than that, but still March. So if my memory is correct, I think Jean was released like the 15th or the 12th or somewhere around that time. So they're saying a bit later than that. So it may be like late March to maybe in the 20-ish. Well, how do you say it? In the 20s in March? I don't know. So it could be around that time too. So it seems as though we're getting not Jean, sorry, I'm getting confused here. We're getting Carl a little bit later in the month of March. So I'm okay with that though, as long as we get him not like towards like, what is it, like March 28th, March 31st. As long as we get him before that, I'll be happy. So why did you remove Life Leech? I'm kind of sad that they did remove Life Leech. It was one of my favorite game modes. It totally killed teaming. It was an interesting strategy. It promoted people to not camp and go out and get kills, because otherwise you would die. So sad when they removed it. And this is kind of their response. Life Leech was removed primarily because it breaks the core mechanics of the game. Showdown is now unlocked quite early for players with 30 trophies, and this modifier is a big change to how Brawl Stars is played. It's confusing for new players to see themselves inexplicably losing health for no apparent reason. I don't know. I mean, that is a good argument by them, but still, like, over time, players would just know what's going on. I mean, I did remember seeing a few things pop up on Reddit when the Life Leech game mode was going on. Is like, is this a glitch? Why am I keep losing health? But I feel like you could just make it a bigger pop-up for the mods that are going on, so it's like you can't miss. Like when you click on this Showdown game mode, you know what you're getting into, and it fully explains what that mod is before you get into the match. Like, you guys know how it's like in the low corner of it right now. Maybe just make it like as soon as you click on it, it'll be like this Showdown game mode has this modifier on right now. I don't know, because I really love that game mode and I want them to bring it back. So That's my stance on that. I want to see it again. Hopefully it will see it in the future, but with their kind of response, it doesn't seem likely. Can we expect to see changes in the daily reward system and rework to the this one's like maybe down the road. So we will be sprucing up the shot at some point in the future, but it's a bigger task and will take some time. I mean, maybe like the look of the shop they'll change. They'll make it a little bit more clean and neat because the offers are kind of all over the place. Or are they referring to the offers that were given to us? I really hope like the daily reward just goes straight to a brawl box. It feels more rewarding. It feels like you have a chance to get a brawler. That's my stance on that. But next one. Can you guys do something about coins? I have a ton and they are worthless when you have no more brawlers to max out, or when you need to wait to unlock one. So as you guys know, this is more kind of like for the players, because if you didn't know, Brawl Stars has been out for almost, it's over a year and a half now. And a lot of the beta players, before it was really fast to progress in the game, and a lot of the beta players that have been playing for a long time have max brawlers and everything and have a ton of coins. And it's kind of like, what do we do with these? Like, what's the end game for Brawl Stars? When we're gonna get some end game content that we can use when we have like this absurd amount of coins. You guys may see it on my account or some of the other Brawl Stars YouTubers that have been playing for a while. So they said, yes, we are thinking about some solutions and already have a few ideas. There is some other prerequisites we have to take care of before, and it's not our highest priority. Currently, about 1 to 2% of our players are in this situation, myself included. So if you look at Brawl Stars as a whole, this isn't a big issue, but for like the 2% of that it might be affecting, maybe it's not a high issue, but I hope like they will eventually buff this to the top, or put this to the top of their list, because Brawl Stars like is a pretty fast game for progression, and I think it's gonna be cool like once they add something for the end game that players can work towards, and it'll make them want to progress faster and play the game and get to the end game faster, you know. And plus all the brawler, or like all the players that are max at the moment, they'll have more incentive to play as well, because once you get all your brawlers to 500, you have everything max and you're chilling on like nothing else to do. You have all the star power, you have all the power, what is it, star powers. You're really, the only thing is just grinding the trophies. So maybe there'll be something down the line. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later, because I feel like more people are going to start experiencing this with how quickly Brawl Stars you can max out and stuff. So hopefully that's soon. How many brawlers do you think the game should have in this, or in the final version? Basically asking like when they'll stop making new brawlers. And then why did you guys remove the lore? Will it ever be added again? So the lore is like when you click on a brawler and it would say some info about them. They totally took that out. But they said for their first question, although we have a roadmap on where we want to be, we are also building this game based on what it feels, or what it feels it needs. So as long as the community and the dev team feel that there's need for more brawlers, we'll continue releasing them. So guys, just always say you want new brawlers. Never say you don't want no more like new brawlers. We always want new ones. If we get to a point where the community begs us to stop releasing brawlers, in parentheses here, maybe when we reach 300, that would be a long time away. We have what, like 24 right now with Carl, and he's not even out yet. We could then focus on something else. So it's pretty open right now. So maybe no end to new brawlers. I'm really happy with that. We want to add our lore to the game again, and we're still working on it. I don't want to overpromise, or I don't want to promise anything right now in case it never happens, but currently it's planned to be back. So that's cool. Another one, do you think there's any collaboration potential in the future for Brawl Stars? Like Thanos being in Fortnite, something like a Ghostbusters Pam skin, or a Star Wars Trooper Colt skin. Do you think that this could be possible in the future of Brawl Stars? Now, that is an amazing idea. I remember always having like talks with this when I was in Finland and everything with the development team. Like, if you look at other games, like, yeah, Fortnite did it with like the Thanos and everything, and there's just other games like the Captain Marvel Heroes and stuff like that, or even just really any game that has skins. If you get a license to be able to use some of their property, like hero skins, like from like, yeah, like the Marvel universe or whatever, it would be amazing. So I think that's really like, if they, because this is a response. Yep, we see the potential, and personally I think that's super cool. We have nothing planned at the moment though, but we do have the desire in our hearts. Did I hear Neo Colt? Groot Spike? But yeah, so many awesome possibilities. So for them to like acknowledge the fact that that would be amazing, I really think that would be cool. Hopefully they can hammer out some deals with some of these like other bigger companies that have those rights to those, like obviously the properties of those skins or those looks and everything, and Brawl Stars can make it in there. I think like those would be the coolest skins in game, and hopefully down the road or sometime soon that'll happen, because like they said, Groot Spike, those would all be amazing, and some other ideas obviously that I know a lot of you have as well. So what is the point of joining a club besides to have friends and chat in one place? The response to that was, at the moment, not much. We hope to improve that in the future. So yeah, clubs right now, besides for maybe, because I feel like clubs, even you don't even really play with them like a lot of people too much from the club. It's usually you play with your friends, people that you have on your friends list. So they said they want to work on that in the future, which is nice. It's kind of weird because like all other games of Supercell, like you have donation features. In Brawl Stars, you don't have that, which kind of makes sense. But they said not much at the moment. We hope to improve that in the future. So they definitely are aware of it. So I'm happy about that. The next question was a very, very long one. There's a lot of questions in here, but basically their response to it was basically like a guy asked about teaming and Showdown and a bunch of other questions, and Supercell had a huge response. I don't want to basically read it all right now because it would take me like a couple minutes, but basically their response is they understand that teaming is going on in Showdown, but it doesn't make sense to ban teamers in Showdown because they're not really they're allowing, like basically it's allowed in the current confines of like Showdown right now. It's not something that's illegal to do because all you have to do is spin and hopefully they team. There is the element of backstabbing, and the people are suggesting, well, why not just ban people that are just spinning? Well, they said like, well, the teamers would adapt and they would basically have other ways to figure out if you're going to team with them, like shoot to the left or shoot to the right or whatever. So they say like there's no one easy fix, and they basically asked us for ideas to help fix this teaming problem, and they did shoot down a lot of ideas as well. So right now it seems like their stance on teaming is like it's in the game. They acknowledge it, and they're trying to find a fix for it, but nothing at the moment. So for those of you that are anti-teaming, myself included now, it's a little unfortunate to hear that, but basically just deal with it the best you can, I guess. And it really is only really nasty up at like the higher trophies, which is annoying. But the next question. Now that we are global, how often are you guys hoping to pump out new brawlers? So their response was December/January, we got Leon. February, we got Gene. March, we got Carl. April, we got a question mark. So we're probably getting a new brawler in April. And new brawlers keep the game fresh and exciting. We are quite happy with the current cadence, but I wouldn't go so far to say that it's a rule that we have a new brawler every month. Sometimes it will make more sense to introduce other new features to the game. But basically, in 2019, you can expect quite a few brawlers, or quite a few new brawlers, so that's exciting. It's not just like these couple months here we get Brawler, and we won't have a new brawler for a long time. It seems like they want to add new ones all the time, which is really, really awesome. So the next one was also asking about the brawlers, and they kind of gave a similar response. But then they also asked, will there be skins for Easter? And they said, regarding Easter skins, yes, we have some plans for that, but it's a surprise. So they didn't spoil anything, but we're probably getting skins for the Easter, like kind of maybe like the Lunar New Year or the limited edition. We'll probably have some Easter skins. I don't know, maybe a Dynamite that throws eggs or something, because it seems as though Dynamite is very easy to make these skins. So basically this next one is, can you say one word that will be associated with the next update? Sorry if my phone's going off. And it is green. So green is very broad. Maybe it's a new map element. Maybe it's you're gonna have to spend a lot of green to get the skins or the brawler. I don't know. So next update is green. What do you guys think on that one? And this is the last question we're gonna go over in this video here. Any chances you guys can add more wallpapers / background music for the main screen? Would love to be able to unlock these things via trophy count or through gems. So that right there is really awesome, like just having more customizability. I was saying it for the longest time in Clash Royale. They finally started to do it like towards the end when I started playing, but it's just like more customizability is better. It's amazing. Like, yes, I would definitely pay gems or gold or whatever to change my background, or if I had to push trophies to get a different background screen that I could choose, maybe a brawler themed one, I would do that. So I really love the question, and this is a response. Love the idea, and you can tell by our changing background slash music for events that we are currently doing, or we are currently going down that route. It's not a high priority and more on the nice to have side of things. There's also a topic of the file size limitations, but yes, love it. So at the moment, it seems like it's not going to be coming soon, but hopefully down the road, just anything more customizability, like aesthetic changes, I love. So I don't know. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about this little Q&A that they did. Did you guys get some like answers for stuff for your questions that, or some of the questions that you were hoping for? I'm just happy that, like, it seems as though they acknowledge there's a lot of cool things that Brawl Stars, like basically avenues that Brawl Stars could go down in the future here, and it seems as though they're maybe working on those and exploring those. So I'm excited about the future of Brawl Stars, the next update and everything. What do you think green can refer to for this next update? But thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Stay tuned for more awesome Brawl Stars videos, and I'll see you guys later.